Okay, this is the Heavenly Heat Sauna. One nice feature about this one is the heat up time is really nice. It's got the old-fashioned heating elements. This is the original ones back from like 1979 when these saunas first came out. Heats up in probably 5 minutes. It gets so hot, you'll notice on the wall these are what's called heat sinks. There's one there, there's 3 here. You can't even touch them, they're like burning hot, and they just need to do that because the heat gets so hot in here, you can't even really, you can't lean up against the walls. Again, the advantage is it does heat up quickly. Disadvantage is it's a small area. You can't really do very much as far as leaning up against the walls and whatnot. So, reading at 123 surface area. There you go, the more accurate, 455. That's really what these things are putting out. This is the poplar wood. Poplar and aspen are 2 most preferred woods with the saunas. Just as far as being hyperallergenic, those are really the best way to go. There's no glues. You can tell that if you look very closely here, you'll see little holes, little nail holes here, and that's just showing that it is, ow, don't touch that. You don't want to touch the thing there. Those are the nail holes that are used, and that's a good sign that they're not using any kind of glues or anything that's going to be off-gassing. So you go to the top here, most of these have a little vent, no big deal, it just kind of cools off the area. And again, here's the back of the sauna. You have, this is supposedly a 2-person sauna. You have a heat grill and a heat grill. And the problem here with these is you cannot lay right up against that. It's just a little too hot. Great for heat up time. For room, you are cut down quite a bit because anywhere there's rods, you really can't lay up against. Okay, so here's the seam of the door. A lot of the saunas, they're really careful and they want to make sure none of the heat escapes. They have like usually gaskets going around the heating door just to make sure I don't lose any heat. The old style with the rods, it's putting out so much heat. You don't worry about gaskets. You want a little bit of heat to get out. It's just way too hot. So gaskets are not necessary in here. And glass, again, as with most of the better saunas, it's tempered glass. That's not going to crack when it gets really hot. So tempered glass is definitely something else that you want to make sure your sauna has. Okay, so one other test you want to do with these is you want to you can do this pH strip test here, and it's really going to be the opposite. Most people think with the pH strip you want to see alkalinity. You don't, because it's getting rid of alkalinity. Remember, you're doing sweat now, not internally. So it's very important that this shows acidic. That's showing you are getting rid of the acid in the body. Remember, you're detoxing. You want acid gone, not alkalinity. So look for these strips to be acidic to show that your sauna is working. So one other thing with these saunas is, especially when you're using these in a commercial setting, you want to have an ionizer. This one does not have an ionizer. That's very important because there's a lot of toxins coming out of the body. You don't want to be the next person in there breathing in everybody else's toxins. By turning on an ionizer, it'll pull the toxins out of the room, makes it pure and clean. So definitely want to get one that has a ionizer. Yeah, basically just the ionizer is really important. There's an ozone ionizer combination. If you can find that, that's the best. So I'm using a special germ light here. You can see what's going on. You see all the speckles. That's what you want to avoid on here too. Very not clean. Somebody like this, if you had the ionizer, it would take care of a good portion of this. And the parts that it's not taking care of, just want to kind of wash it down with an antibacterial. Ideally, get yourself a water alkalizer. Use the acidic water and just kind of wipe down the surface of the sauna. That's going to totally sterilize it and not put any chemicals in there that you don't want to be breathing in. So the last thing, and I know a lot of you aren't going to have this equipment, but we test all these things out here, and this is a humidity tester. The reason you want to check the humidity is the concept of the sauna is you don't want to have just heat not circulating and you're stuck breathing in all the same heat because you're breathing in the toxins. You want to have good ventilation. Hot air in, goes out, new hot air comes in. So a reading on here, basically if you're looking at the top number, you want to be between 20 and 35. Right now we got the door open a crack and it's just showing good ventilation. Once that gets over 55, it's too much humidity, and you should look into make sure that you get proper ventilation because circulating that air is going to be the best way to use your sauna.